Hello Flosstube, welcome back. My name is Dawn, this is my Flosstube, Frosty XStitch. I'm doing a Christmas special because the German cross stitchers who have floss tubes, they don't call them floss tubes, they call them, I think, Stickliebe, Stechmücken. Some still call them stick junkies. Yeah, I don't really identify with stitch junkies. I can accept Stechmücken because I like the logo that Ilonka has designed and we should be able to get to stitch. I like Stechmücken. I think it's pretty accurate and pretty good. Stickliebe is for me also not really the right word. But yeah, anyway, this is a floss tube. So no doom and gloom here now today. Oh, I tried it anyway. And I just want to say that I've got new glasses, like literally today. And I'm nearsighted, so I now have one eye changed a lot and the other eye didn't. But these are really not just, they didn't just, you know, measure what eyesight I have, but they also measured my eyes, and both lenses have been really made for my eyes. Because I'm nearsighted, when I sit here and I want to watch TV over there, I need these glasses. But if I want to stitch, which is like here, I literally could not see it. It was driving me mad, because if I take the glasses off, there's no problem. But then I can't see the TV, and that's bloody annoying. And I used to have small glasses, so you could look underneath. You know, you would look underneath there, you could see your stitching. Well, I've got these now, and my God, I actually can read all of this without having to take my glasses off, and I can actually see the black spot up there. That's always was just a sort of, I knew there's a black spot somewhere there. I can see it, like, sharp. So yeah, so if I get distracted, squirrels and stuff, you know, it's my glasses, okay? Anyway, so the Germans, we got 24 of us together who do floss tubes in German, and we're doing one door every day, as you would do in an advent calendar. And I've got door number 12, so that will go up on the 12th of December at about 7 o'clock in the evening. And I thought, well, if I've got all this stuff out, I might as well show you. It's a sort of just, I've never done a whip parade or a finish parade or a stash parade or anything. Well, this is also not really a full parade because most of the stuff's not here, but it'll give you a bit of an impression of what Christmas means to me, what Christmas in stitching means to me, and a few other things, because, you know, I go down rabbit holes. So why don't we start with, at the beginning you saw some mugs. That is a tiny part of my collection that's out, and I tried to put as many Christmas themed mugs in that space for that photo. But I use Christmas mugs all year round, even in a heat wave. But I do have other mugs, and I actually have enough mugs to change all the mugs in my kitchen for every season. I guess I have too many hobbies. Yeah, so you saw my mugs. Then something else that falls into the category of Dawn and love of Christmas. You know, I have a lot of things that, you know, are Christmas or winter related. This is a tin with beeswax in it. I got this from Dunya. Thank you very much, Dunya. I have, you know, scissor fobs that are Christmas. Yes, there's scissors in there. So scissor fobs that are Christmas related, and this is only what is not, you know. Yeah, Santa, a bit noisy. I got these beautiful scissors from Lisa at Stitch Basel. She's American, and she also made that ornament for me. Yeah, I love the scissors, and the scissor fob just fits. I have more seasonal scissor fobs, but the scissors are, you know, so yeah. And then I thought I would like show you the needle minders that are winter or Christmas related, that are not in a project bag with a project. Quite a lot. I know, but it's just that actually come to think of it, I think I bought about 2 of these. Okay, all the others were gifts, so just that you know. Okay, so let's see if I can get this to show better. So this is a stocking. It's got a lovely button on there, and I actually remember pretty much which ones I got from who, which is actually pretty surprising, because some of them I've had for years. Like this present came from the same person as the stocking. This one is a pretty new one to my stash, a Santa hat. Love that one. Yeah, I'm trying not to drop them as before, because if you drop magnets and you drop them a lot, they lose their magnetism. So you do not want to drop magnets constantly, because they just stop working. Fact. It's actually a physical fact. I know that because I love physics. There you got a mitten, lovely Christmas mitten, and the snowman to go with it. I have a Frosty snowflake, and then, oh my god, they're all stuck together. Yeah, then I have this one here that could also go as floss bling, ring bling. There's a charm on there with a stocking. Don't know if you can see that. No, it's not showing up nicely, is it? Anyway, that would be ring bling or needle minder. Works for both. This my aunt got from a sort of charity thingy. Oh, I've managed to turn it on again. Oh my god, how did that happen? I took the battery out. Well, apparently I didn't. Anyway, she found this, and it's already got, you know, both of the magnets on the back. So let's try and turn it off again. Oh. So she came to me and she said, you know, you like Christmas trees, don't you? Let's turn it on again. That was fun. That's fun, isn't it? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just fun. Christmas should be fun. Yeah. So, yeah, probably that battery's probably dissolved. This is one of my favourites. Okay, I think pretty much all of the Christmas ones are my favourites. But this gingerbread house, and it's from the same with the hot cocoa, you know, sort of American hot cocoa. And I actually managed to have hot cocoa, my first hot cocoa this year, only 2 days ago. So that was pretty nice. And then this one here, I got this one with a Christmas tin, sort of notions tin. That doesn't really, bad camera. And then I have Merry Christmas. Also not focusing for whatever reason. Never mind. You sort of get the gist. Svenja made this one for me. It's one of these buttons covered with stitching, and this is a cute little Santa. And those are, like I said, these are just the ones that are not in with projects at the moment. And now I need to find somewhere so that these things don't fall down like before. Because like I say, if you drop magnets too often, what makes them keep magnetism, just every single time it loses a bit. It just does. That's physics. So you don't want to drop them too often. Yeah, I do have actually quite a lot of whips, Christmas whips. One of them, for instance, is Let It Snow. No, it's called Let It Snow. Is it called Let It Snow? I can't remember. It's a sal that I'm doing with Shelly, XStitch on Instagram, and it's only stitching on YouTube. We started that because I think it was Priscilla from The Real Housewives of XStitch who designed it, and Kathy Haberman who designed it then as a cross-stitch pattern, and we both got it. Oh yeah, it was Let It Snow Bungalow. That's what it's called. And as you know, if you know and it means something to you, you'll know that that one's pretty old. And we both bought it pretty new and both started it. We did a sal. But as you know, sal can mean stitch along or start along, and I think that was a start along, and both of us aren't finished. Do we care? No. Shelley mentioned it a few weeks ago. Oh, do we maybe yeah, we have a few sort of sals going on, me and Shelley. But everything's fine. So yeah, so that's one that's a sal. I do have a few full coverages, but I've just finally managed to get all my project bags somewhere, and I just didn't want to go through all of them again. And then, I mean, usually if it's full coverage, you'll only see like a page, or you know, something like full coverage, cross country on a full coverage, like all black, and it won't show you anything. So I decided not to go through all my whips. But one of the whips I have that I'm actively stitching on at the moment is Shiver Me Timbers. I showed this in my last Flosstube. Yes, I did show this in my last Flosstube. And it's part of the series of the Pirate series. And yes, I did stitch on it. Not a lot, but I got started on his scarf there, because I started there on his arm, and so now I've got a scarf. And another needle minder. As you see, Christmas needle minders. And it really, I don't match needle. I'm not a matchy person, so you know, my bra doesn't have to match my knickers, because, sorry, I know men are watching, so doesn't care. You don't care. But my needle minder doesn't need to match. If it does match, it's usually a lucky coincidence. Or I'm doing a sal with somebody, and then I see that they have a needle minder on there that I also have, and then I go and search for that needle minder and put that on the same project. Because then I want to be matchy with that person. It doesn't have anything to do with the project usually. Yeah, so I have another whip there, but it's not really, you can't really see anything. This is a finish. It's the first mystery and band sampler that I did. This was last year. Yeah, last year. Yes, last year. Oh my god. I love this. It's because it's got snowflakes on it, so it's winter, but it's also got snowmen on it, and it's got Christmas trees on it. So it's also Christmas. For me, Christmas trees, Christmas. I got my Christmas tree today. A really nice one. And it's from near here. I get it from the same place always. Real tree, yes, that's why I can't film this in front of my Christmas tree, because my Christmas tree, I bought it today. It's still wet. So I could unfold it in here, but it's still wet, so yeah, I can't decorate it yet, so. But you'll see pictures on Instagram, pretty sure. Jack Frost is here by Lily Pilly Stitches. I enjoyed this. I used Colour Fever floss for this, silk. Yes, that was silk. I used 2 different silks. One of them with variegation, and the Jack Frost is here. The writing is one with less variegation. That was actually quite nice. And I did it as a stitch along with somebody who won the pattern. I can't remember. That is pretty bad. Was it Rebuilding Rosie? I think it might be. Anyway, so yeah, these here are, I did these 2 as saddles with Shelley, and there's a whole series of them. I have all of them. Shelley also has all of them, and we then always decided which one we would start. So we started with this one. I think yes we started with this one, I think. And I'm not sure. Well, I think the sky was brown and the deer was black. And then Shelley decided to do the sky blue and the deer brown. So I copied that, and something we changed around there in the window. But otherwise I think we pretty much just charted. Now I'm 18 count Ada girl, definitely. This is linen. The reason why I stitched this on linen is because I got this, I think I got 2 of them fully kitted from Betty Hewlin. Thank you so much, Betty. She kitted them fully for me, sent them to me, and I mean, if you get something like that, you stitch it on the fabric that she sent. It's as easy as that. And so that was the first one, stitched with Shelley, and I think we finished pretty much near at the same time. And this is the second one, and I know that I changed a lot here because the houses were green and the snowman was green, the fence was white, and that just didn't work. For me, that just didn't work, so I had to change a lot of the colours on that one. But I'm pretty proud of this one. It's really nice. I think Shelley has both of these finished as well. I'm pretty sure she has. And then we went on and we started on the next one in the series. But yeah, as you can see, there's not very much to show on that one. Where did I put them? But I've got all the floss, and I've got the fabric for all of them, and for all of them it's linen. It's the same linen. So yeah, the first one we did must be Santa. So that one you've just seen, and Let It Snow was the other one. So yeah, so we have now the one that we've started is Dear Santa. And what you could see is he's holding sort of tablet in his hand, and that's where I started, in the middle. Then it's Coming to Town. It's old primary schooler, of course. I mean, but you've probably guessed that if you've been stitching for a while. You sort of can sort of smell primary schoolers. Santa's house by the chimney. Love this one. And this one oh, Here Comes Santa Claus. They're just yeah, great. Need to get back to stitching to these. Really. And I mean, you know, I could have shown you all my Christmas themed project bags. Yeah, but then you would be sitting here with project bags and needle minders and whips and stuff for, yeah, quite a long time. I'm not going to do that to you, sorry. Or, yeah, thank you, Dawn, for not doing that. Yeah, so I have showed some finishes. I do have some fully finished cross-stitch projects, but most of those were given away. One of them was just a small tiny reindeer, and I didn't know how to finish him because I don't do little pillows or little I just slap everything in frame. So I sent it to Lisa in Australia, and she fully finished him and put him on a Christmas tree, and she sent me a picture, and you'll see that right at the end of this video. But I do have some other ones I can show you. So this is from Park Hopper Bart, and I think this was a freebie. Bar humbug. I think, yeah, it was a freebie. It must have been about 2 years ago. Then to my Shiver Me Timbers, we have the Yo Ho Ho, the pirate with the candy cane peg leg. Pretty sweet leggy there. Sorry. Yeah, I know, it's getting late. I shouldn't still be filming at this time, because I've already filmed the whole Flosstube. So this is my second one. I enjoyed this, and I need to get all of them done. I think I have nearly all of the ones from the series that I want. I didn't want all of them. I think there were just 2 of them. This was about the 3rd project I ever started. It's a dimensions kit, and as you know, with dimensions kits you have back stitching, you have French knots, you have 2 strands, 3 strands, 5 strands, 6 strands, whatever. I was doing pretty well. I started somewhere up there in his, I think in his beard face, whatever there, and then I went down, did all this, and then I came up, and then somewhere in there's like a huge mistake, and I could not figure out the mistake. I could not do it. So everything from about there going up and over is fudged. But if I wouldn't have told you, and even as I've told you, I'm pretty sure you can't see it. I just love this one. I mean, it was massive and took ages, but I love it. Then from Stone Street Stitchworks, this is the Tree Farm, and I mean, trees for $3. Yeah, I paid a lot more for mine. And there's the stars there are in Krynic. You can hardly see them. There. It was monochromatic, I think. Not sure. I think I just changed it a bit around because I love old timers. So, yeah. And then just don't fall down. And then this is also Stone Street Stitchworks. I really love this. This is more sort of winter and not really Christmas, but this hangs on my wall all year round. I really enjoyed stitching this. It was so much fun and a really nice pattern to stitch. So, yeah. Let's see. I also have some books that, yeah. I have one of this Christmas ornament issues. I thought I had 2, but apparently it's only 1, or maybe there's one sort of lying around somewhere. I won't be doing flip throughs because if you want you can find them probably. A long-time viewer gave me this for Christmas. I think it was last year or the year before. And this is very delicate. It's got sort of, it's not the, I don't want to say big old American, because not everything is big old and American, but it's quite delicate. I'm trying to find pictures that I can show, I'm sorry about that. It's quite delicate, sort of, you know, delicate work in there. Lovely and Christmassy. Trying to find one special picture. Yeah, it's just also a bit different colours for Christmas time than you're used to. Yeah, this is, you know, Christmas tree like this. It's a really beautiful book, it really is. Then I got from Amanda, I got this. 22 to stitch, Christmas cross stitch, and this is Michael Powell. And if you know Michael Powell, basically you start stitching and you just have all these blobs of colour, and then you need to do back stitch, and when you do back stitch suddenly you get a picture. So yeah, can't really show you, no, I can't really show you anything from here. And then I got this book, and oh my god, this is lovely. It's a really lovely book, because it's Santa Remembered, so it's got these old world Santas in there, and you know, this sort of picture, and then you can stitch it. And as you know, I love Santas, and I love Christmas, and I love Christmas trees, and I mean, books like this are just eye candy. Heaven. Yeah, those are the charts. I'm not going to show you the charts. So that's part of my book collection. I've moved furniture around so that my Christmas tree will fit. Unfortunately, like all my Mirabilias and Nora Corbett's and most of my books about cross stitch are in that piece of furniture that now I can't get to. So yeah, but I'll show you that at Stitch Basel I got some Christmassy patterns from Vintage Tulip Designs, Snowflower Diaries and Star Parade. But I also got from Stitchy Lonka. She's, like I said, she's a Flosstuber, cross stitcher, and she's got an Etsy shop, and she also sells for certain designers. She also sells fabric from Fabric Dials that she knows. Yeah, so I mean, this had to come with me because I mean, Christmas trees. I mean, you know, so Christmas tree. And here we were laughing about it because I looked at this and I said, you know, oh, that'll be so much work stitching all those little houses. And she said, yeah, but you know, you can just like stitch one house and maybe a tree and then maybe another house. And we both looked at each other and said, yeah, right. And you know exactly that when I start stitching this, I'll have to stitch the whole thing. Because that's the way you go. You always think, you sort of, you know, you say, yeah, I'll take this because then I'll just stitch one house and that'll be fine. You know, just like they've done it there. Yeah, it'll be fine. But then, of course, yeah, I'm going to stitch the whole thing. So, yeah. Anyway, luckily for you, all my kitted projects and kitted up projects and kits and everything are gone. So I can't show those to you. But I received a parcel just a few days ago, and it came in Christmas paper with Christmas trees on it. And it said, this is not a Christmas present, but I thought you might like the paper. I love the paper, I really do. But I love even more what's inside. So yeah, you know, some people they just listen and then they know, and she listened and she knows that I love Christmas trees. So I mean, the project bag, could this be any more beautiful, more Christmassy? No, it couldn't. with the exception of having an art bag in there with a Christmas tree on it. And when I saw this, I said like, oh my god, I have a head with a Christmas tree on it like that, and I have a different head with a Christmas tree like that on that. So it looks like I'll be starting 2 new heads, or at least one, in near future. I hope so. Anyway, well, not that I've actually done very much stitching on heads this year. Thank you so much. Frog and Fudge. Best project bags. Yes, the Rocking Stitcher. You're right. Best project bags. So, now, let's see if I can get these back. Yeah. So, if you look at this, I mean, doesn't that look pretty much like that Christmas tree? And I bought this head as a paper chart in 2016. 2017? Whatever. As a paper chart. So when Pattern Keeper came out, yeah, I had to rebuy it. Of course I did. I mean, I love the whole picture, but basically it's a Christmas tree. And I then found, where is it? Yeah. I then found this one, which somebody was stitching at the time. And that pretty much looks like the other Christmas tree. So, yeah. And then, I mean, you know, it doesn't stop there. I mean, you know, you have Randall Spangler out there, you know, doing his work. I bought the paper pattern of the whole thing of this, but then decided to only buy the story keep as a PDF because, and I've started this. I've got the top part done to about, I think to about here. But you see, showing you that bit is just the black and blue. So that doesn't really make sense. But then, I mean, I have so many other ones, like the Donna Gelsinger one, you know, which of course I also had as a paper chart. I mean, you know, and then I have the mini Christmas by Ruth Sanderson, and then I have Mini Snowman, also by Ruth Sanderson. You know, as one does, it's just like it feels like, you know, yeah. And then of course you have a Long Winter's Nap by Donna Gelsinger. I mean, yeah, I mean, I actually have the paper pattern of the full thing of this, but then yeah, the PDF I got the mini. And then I have so many other Christmas themed patterns, like this one I actually won from Shannon Christine Designs. I won that one. I mean, when am I going to stitch it? Oh my god, I'm going to stitch everything. It's like help. Yeah, so I'm just going to stop doing this now, because otherwise, yeah, you know how it goes. I then want to stitch everything, and it's already, yeah, it's nearly 8 o'clock. So let's see what's on my list. Yeah, so yeah, the importance of Christmas trees. When I moved in here, I knew that at Christmas time I need to have a Christmas tree. Well, but that was when, you know, this whole room here, I had one sofa, and I think I had a box as a table, you know, just sort of couch table, and a TV in the corner, and about one plant. But I did get a Christmas tree, and yeah, and from then onwards I always got a Christmas tree. There was one year when I fell out with my parents and I knew I would not be going to them for Christmas, and everything went wrong that year, and I didn't get a Christmas tree. I decided I don't need a Christmas tree because nobody's coming to visit me, and so why do I need a Christmas tree? I mean, you know, you want to show off your Christmas tree, but if nobody comes to visit, then why do the hassle of buying a real tree, decorating it, and then having to take it down again? So I didn't get a Christmas tree. And I can tell you that until about the end of February, I was still regretting it. So I decided, Dawn, even if you think you don't want to decorate it, you're going to buy a tree. You need a tree. And I've noticed that I do need a tree. And even though I'm the only one seeing it, unless I post it on Instagram and Facebook and Flosstube and wherever, it's mine. I'm the only one seeing it. But that's okay, because I love seeing it. And sitting in this room and having the Christmas tree with lights on and the decorations that I choose, and yes, I put all my decorations on if I can, all of them, even if, yeah, I've lost a lot because my Christmas tree fell over twice. That won't happen again. But so Christmas tree is important to me, and I've noticed that, and so I do have a Christmas tree. I've bought it, it's outside, it's wet. That's why you're not seeing it today. But who knows? There are other things that are important, for instance, mental health. And I mean, you know, I don't work, so we don't have a work Christmas do, because if you don't work, whatever. The district group I'm in, we decided that there's too much going on before Christmas, so we'll do it in the summer. So that's not a Christmas event anymore. I'm not in any other groups, so therefore I'm not invited to any Christmas evenings out, meals, whatever. I'm just not, and it's heartbreaking sometimes. Christmas time is lonely. Advent is lonely. Can be very, very lonely. And yeah, because my mum is British, my dad is Swiss. We used to celebrate the 24th, which is Heilig Ober, Christmas Eve, like the Swiss do, but it didn't fit. It just didn't fit. So we now always celebrate on the 25th. That's Christmas. The 25th is Christmas. And somehow it used to be difficult in school to be able to, because everybody went like, oh, the 24th, and you know, you would go to school in the morning and I would say, oh, we'll have all our presents this evening, and you would go home and you know that if it's just an evening, because my parents, I'm not going to go into this, but they both don't go to church. I don't belong to any church, religion or anything. My brother does, but he doesn't go to church, or not at Christmas as far as I know. So the 24th doesn't mean anything to me. It was like you would go to school in the morning, or you would go to work in the morning, and then you would have the afternoon off. And then it would just be whatever, and you would watch a TV film, and then on the 25th, we celebrate Christmas with presents and food and Christmas crackers and whatever. And that's my British side of the family. And that's just the way it's turned out. And yeah, once I was in Scotland with my uncle, and he's married to a Swede, and she had, I think from being a professor, she had a gay couple, and they were moving to Hong Kong, I think on Boxing Day. So she decided that she wanted to celebrate Swedish Christmas with them. Now I was there too, I was there to celebrate basically Christmas with my uncle and my aunt, but going to my other aunt in Dumfries, going from Edinburgh to Dumfries. But because I couldn't drive and I didn't have a car, I had to go, you know. So I also had to celebrate Swedish Christmas. And let me tell you, Swedish Christmas is, oh my God, it's dill, fish, beer and schnapps. And that's about all I can say about it, because that's about all I can remember. And I wasn't even that drunk. And I won't tell you what the others did or what happened. I can't. That stays between whoever was there or not there. So on the next day, a head like this, you know, we had to drive from Edinburgh to Dumfries, and of course stop at every person's house that they knew to have mince pies. And I can't eat mince pies because they've got nuts in them. But nobody cares. They just give you a mince pie and you have to eat it. I mean, I had pockets full of mince pies, but I still had to eat some. And my mouth was, my whole tongue was swollen. Yeah. And then, you know, they actually ate their mince pies and then till we made it to my aunt's place. And then, of course, we had the turkey and all the trimmings. Yeah. And then right after the meal, it was like they were handing around the chocolates. Oh my God, yeah. But I ate my Brussels sprouts because I actually like those. Yeah. So I've done certain Christmases now, you know, and now I know what I need from Christmas and how much of Christmas that I need and how much of Christmas that I need with my family. I would like to have a bit more Christmas with friends, but if you don't have friends, it's a bit difficult to have Christmas with friends. But I know how much Christmas with family is possible for me. And when I know, okay, now I'm at the limit, I say my goodbyes and I leave. And that's just the way it's going to be. Even if nobody understands it, they don't have to understand it, it just has to be that way. And on the 24th, we're not, I mean, my mom does. She knows for her the value of family is very important. But when I found out a few things about, let's call her Tante Clara, I don't have a Tante Clara, but let's call her Tante Clara. When I found out how she treated my dad when he was young, and even now, I noticed that she treats me the same as she treats him, and that is not okay. And we're not blood related. I didn't know that for a very long time. I found out that we're not blood related. What she did to my dad, what she's been doing to me. And for me it was like, no. Tante Clara is not blood related, she's not family. And I don't care if I hurt her feelings or not. I don't need to see this person anymore. I don't need to give a reason, nothing. And there are other people included in this whole thing. So I decide who I see and when I see them, if I see them. And there are lots of people who I don't want to see anymore. And yeah, it makes me more lonely because you're calling out more people out of your life, Dawn. But if my mental health is ever going to improve, that can only work if the negative people are cut out. And if I know how much I can take and how much I can't. Christmas is a time when it's very, very difficult. And I've spent now so many Christmas Day evenings on the 25th when I would come home and I would open 1 or 2 presents that were sent to me from friends, from stitchy friends, and it would open my heart that they would send me something, and it really wasn't no big deal for them to send this to me, but they did. And just to know that they thought of me, and I can open these presents under my tree in peace for me, and then sit down in front of the TV and watch whatever I like. If I want to watch Die Hard as a Christmas movie, I'll do that. If I want to watch Kevin Alone at Home as a Christmas movie, I'll do that. And if I want to watch Fast and Furious number whatever, I'll do that. Because it's my house, it's my TV, and it's my Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed this little show and tell. Maybe I should do a whip parade or I can't do a finished parade. Maybe I should do a whip parade one day, but I'm really scared at how many whips I've got, and at the moment I don't know. And I think that might actually be the best. So I don't like watching whip parades, I really don't, because usually if I follow somebody, I've seen all the whips, and then I don't need to see them all again in a 4-hour movie because I just don't have the time or the energy or what goes with it. So yeah, sorry if I don't watch your whip parades. That's just me. And I think it'll be a few years before I do a whip parade. Or there must be a reason for me to do a whip parade. I guess that should be sort of the idea. So yeah. Now I just wish you all the best. Look after yourselves. Take in the lights. Go out and see the lights out there. Somebody's made an effort and hung up lights for a reason, and to show you that it's a nice time. And if you can, just go and have a look. I mean, in Switzerland we don't do the American style of, you know, you can drive through the whole town and you'll see whatever. We don't have that in Switzerland. But you can go and see different lights in different places. Some have advent windows or doors or shop windows. Just go out and have a look. You might be surprised what you find. And you can do that alone. You can do it with a friend. You can do it with a boyfriend, girlfriend. You can do it with family. You can do it on any day in Advent if you want. And yeah, just take in the lights and see what it does with you. Just be in a moment. Sort of like, be in a moment. Look at the lights and look what it does with you. It might give you warmth inside. It might feel good. It might feel heartfelt. It might feel positive. And it might give you something. Just some lights. That's it from me. So I guess I won't see you until next year. Maybe you will. Who knows? I mean, I don't even know, so who knows? And whatever feast you celebrate, or if you don't, make it good. Make it yours. And don't take any crap from anyone, okay? So just go with the flow and do what's right for you. Look after yourselves. Happy stitching. Bye.